Hi, so welcome to my first Pilates video online. This is here so that you have something to do while we don't have our face-to-face classes. I hope you enjoy it. It will be very similar to what we do in class, so hopefully you'll feel nice and familiar. Maybe just put some music on in the background and listen along, follow along. We don't need any equipment for this one, so just find yourself a little bit of space and we can get going. So as usual, we're going to start off with our footwork. Feet together, toes nice and wide, and then heels right behind those toes. Let's start off with those nice big toe rainbows. You're trying to create some nice big shapes with your toes, creating distance between each toe. We're going to start at the base and then working up with our alignment. Let's start making this bigger and going onto the outside edges of those feet and inside edges of those feet. We're trying to work through that foot and the ankle now. So you should feel a little stretch on the outside edges of your feet. And make this as big as you can, okay? As big as you feel comfortable without any pain, as usual. Wonderful. Let's start extending this into our tippy toes. So coming up as high as you can and then lowering yourself back down as high as you can. And we're going for 5 here. So keep that going. Wonderful. As high as you can go onto the balls of your feet. Really stretch the front of that ankle. Well done. Pushing your weight through all of those toes. Wonderful. Last one. And all the way back down. Wonderful. Hands on your knees. And we're going to continue that movement for our foot. Moving into that ankle. Drawing nice big circles with your knees in one direction. We're going to go for just one more here. And then changing direction, okay? Wonderful. Just a little bit more here. Lovely. And good job. Make that your last circle. Thinking about the movement from the ankle here, not the knee. Now, keeping your hands on your knees, I want you to actually just straighten off those legs. Slide those hands down towards your feet. Go as low as you can. Allow your head to hang heavy. Grab the back of your ankles and then see if you can pull your chest a little closer to your thighs. On an inhale, see if you can lengthen your hips up to the sky a little further. Exhale and see if you can bring your chest further towards your thighs. Good. Last one. See if you can straighten off those legs a little bit more. You should be feeling a really deep hamstring stretch here. Take your last big inhale. Allow the hold to let go. Allow your arms to hang heavy, head hang heavy in front of you. And then I want you to do a yes and a no with your head. Release any tension in that neck, almost allowing that head to pull and create some space in your neck joint. Well done. From here, we're going to roll back up. We're going to do this at a snail's pace. I want you to start rolling back up. That just means tucking your tailbone under. Keep your arms head heavy in front of you. We're going to start moving through your lower back. So start straightening off your lower back. One vertebrae at a time. Moving all the way back up to your middle back. Slowly up towards that upper back. Keeping your head heavy, arms heavy, right till your shoulders come up. Once you get to standing, reach towards the ceiling. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale and let everything go. Big inhale, reach for the ceiling again. Exhale and let everything go. Last one, big inhale. Biggest inhale you've taken today. Exhale and just let everything go. Wonderful. Keeping that momentum, we're going to start twisting. Take those arms round. Allow the arms to take you a little further in that twist than you naturally might go. Just let everything go. Wonderful. Allowing those arms to hit back on towards your body. Good job. I'm going to do this last one here. And beautiful. Hands on your shoulders, and we're going to start moving through the upper body. So drawing nice big circles with those elbows. If you want to make this bigger and you've had a bit of a desk day, let's start reaching backwards, stretching through the front, reaching forward. So basically extending this shoulder roll into more of a back bend and extension. Wonderful. Keep that going. Keep that going. One more here. And then can we change our direction? So we're going to come forward. Instead, really opening up that chest, arching that back. Good. This should feel good if you've been sitting or reaching forward all day. Wonderful. And last one. Standing tall, we're just going to get a bit of sideways movement. Slide your right hand down your thigh and then pull that hand away. back to center, and then your left hand slides down your thigh towards your knee, and then pull it away. Wonderful. And again, keep going. So reach long. You're looking for that length in the side of your body here. Maybe even use that lovely long inhale. So we're going to start coming to the breath next. Wonderful. Use your inhales to reach and lengthen that gap between your hip and your ribs. Wonderful. Last one here. Well done. All right, so we're going to find our breath as we do our monkey squat. So I want you to take a nice big inhale as we sit into our squat. Reach your arms forward. Exhale and pump those hands back. So remember, as we inhale, we release that tummy, release that pelvic floor. As we come up, scoop that pelvic floor and scoop that tummy in. Keep going here. We're sitting into it and then pumping those hands backwards. I want the palms to reach for the back wall so that you are trying to get into the postural muscles of your shoulders as well. We're going to use this to warm up, but also please keep going with the breath, okay? As you already know, the breath is the integral part of our session. It really does help us with the core work. Lovely. We're going to do a few more here. Keep that going. Let's go for 2. And last one. Reaching long, standing back up. Wonderful. So from here, we're just going to work through our shoulders and reach for the ceiling. Get those biceps right by those ears and then pump backwards. Reach all the way to the ceiling and pump backwards. Keep that going. So we're just working through the mobility of that shoulder now. Good work. You've got this, guys. We're going to do a couple more and then we're going to work on a bit of balance with that arm in the air. So we're basically going to be doing some standing dead bugs. Before we get there, we're going to next try and take a high knee, okay? So bringing your feet a little bit closer under you will help. Separating your toes on your mat, hands by your side, and we're just going to lift one knee up towards our hip and then put it down. We exhale as we raise that knee up. We inhale as we put it down. Keep going. We're basically marching here. Again, we're going to bring ourselves back to that breath and that core. Good work. Keep that going. Now we're going to add on a little pulse, okay? So on the next one, we're going to raise that knee and we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to put it back down. So we're going to try and stand on that one leg for a little bit longer than we have been. 1, 2, 3. Maybe even match the breath to the movement. So good. So you can get into that core a little bit quicker. Well done. Keep that going. All right, good job. So before we get to that dead bug and raising that arm, we're going to take our hands towards our ears and we're going to extend this into a little bit more of a twist, okay? So we're going to try and reach our elbow towards our knee, standing on that leg a little bit longer, okay? And then we alternate. We're crunching. We're trying to take that knee as high as we can and that elbow as low as we can, okay? So try and make both bits of our body come towards each other. Scoop that tummy in as the elbow reaches that knee, okay? Keep this going. Wonderful. Keep this going. You're going to keep breathing for me. You're going to keep driving that knee up, driving that elbow in, and putting that little twist on. We've got just a tiny bit left. Keep this going. Good job. All right, make that your last one. Wonderful. So you should be feeling a little bit more heat in your body by now. We're going to continue to work on that balance. A little bit of focus for me, okay? We're going to take our hands towards our shoulders. If you have some weights and you want to challenge yourself, take a couple of light dumbbells in your hands at this point, okay? So we're going to drive our hand up as we lift our knee up and then back down. And then we're alternating sides. Pushing weight through your big toe on the floor, guys. So your body's gonna wanna go outwards and you're gonna push that balance back to center. We're trying to stay in the midline as much as we can, okay? Wonderful. Keep this march going. Reach for the ceiling, lengthen that arm. Try and get that bicep right by that ear for me. Good job. Nice and steady. So we're trying to work on standing on that one leg. So there is no need to rush this whatsoever, okay? Good job. We just got a couple more here. Keep on trying for me. Wonderful. Keep the breath work coming too. Well done. And take the rest. Good job. So from here, we're going to go into a little bit of a lean and we're going to go into our aeroplanes. Okay, so it takes a little bit of focus for me. We're going to start off with taking a hinge. So I'm keeping both of my hips facing the floor. Okay, we're going to reach our arms long and then we're going to take one of our legs behind us. Okay, nice and long. Reach for the front, reach for the back, and then we stand back up. We stay on the same leg here. Keep your gaze right at the top of your mat, and then hinge back up. Try your best to keep your back as flat as you can, and as I mentioned right at the start, keeping these hips facing the floor. We keep going. Inhale down, exhale to stand. Inhale forward, exhale to stand. Again, we warmed up those feet. Now try and use that big toe, okay? Really pushing through your feet. All of those toes are helping you here. Reaching long with your fingertips. Wonderful. We're gonna go one more here on this side. Good job. We're gonna switch over now, okay? So just take a tiny little breather and then we're gonna try the other side. So remember, we're going to hinge into it, maybe even just start in this position so it encourages both of your hip bones to face down. We're going to lengthen those arms and then we're going to take the other leg behind you. So you're going to start in a good position and then standing tall. So listen, if you don't fold forward too far and you're not in that perfect T shape, please don't stress. It's actually more important that you stay in alignment versus trying to go really deep. Okay, you can work on that as you get better and better. Reach long, keep both of those glutes working for me. You've got this, guys. Reach, reach, reach. Tall, tall, tall. Good. Just a couple more here. Focus. Because this is even harder with the balance. And last one. Well done. All right, staying here for a little longer, standing tall. We're going to take a really nice wide stance now, okay? Toes point to 11 o'clock and 1 o'clock, and we're going to sit into this sumo squat, hands in prayer. So we're going to sit into a nice deep squat. We're going to stand back up, sitting into it, pushing your knees wide for me, and then standing back up. Let's keep going. Think about your inner thighs starting to work. Think about those outer glutes starting to work. Continue with the breath work. As you know, the more we can breathe properly, the more the core will come with you right from the start. Good job. We've got 4 more here. Let's keep going. 3, 2, and 1 last one. Good job. Well done. So from here, we're going to sit into that sumo squat and we're going to start lifting a heel up, okay? So we're going to sit into it. We're going to lift one heel, drop it, lift the other heel, drop it. We're going to try and stay here for a little while, guys. So stay low. Try and match how long I stay for. If you need a rest, as always, you just stand up out of it. Options here are to maybe do 4 of these heel raises, standing back up, and then coming back down into it to repeat. If you've got this, you stay low for the whole time. You've got this, my love. Well done. Those inner thighs should stop burning now. Good, Good, good. I'm going to add in a little challenge here. So if you're not already down, come and join me and we're going to be pulsing. So we're going to go down and up. Both heels stay on the floor. We're here for 10, 9. I'm not standing up the whole way. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and well done. Just shake those legs out. Well done. So you should have felt those inner thighs. So from here, we're going to go into a curtsy lunge. Last little bit of standing, okay? So to remind you, when we do our curtsy lunge, I want you to stand in the middle. You're going to take your right leg behind your left leg, quite far back, okay? So take a bigger stride than you think you need to. Hands by your side to help you with balance. We're going to go down, that knee's going close to the floor, and then back up. Now lean forward. So actually, if you want, try and reach your hands towards your ankles. Again, if you have some weights here, you are more than welcome to add them in. So 2 weights in each hand will add a little bit of extra work here. Pushing through this front heel for me. Good. Keep this going. Now you should feel it on the side of your bottom, okay? Keep that knee going, staying nice and tall with the rest of your back. Well done. Use the exhale breath to match the pressure that you're feeling and the challenge that you should hopefully start feeling now. Good job. One more here. All the way down, all the way back up. Wonderful. Coming back to center, and we're going straight into the other side. So take that big step, taking your left foot behind your right hip, nice and far, reaching and leaning slightly forward so your hands will go around your calves. Let's go down and up. We're keeping those feet planted, okay, just so we have that nice foot placement. You've got this, guys. Keep it going. Up and down. Up and down. Again, you should be feeling this in the side of your glute. The rest of your leg will also be coming with you. Your quads should be kicking in. Well done. We're going to be here for just a little longer. Keep trying for me. We are nearly there. We're going for 2 more. And well done. Shake those legs out. We're going to come all the way down onto the mat. Sticking just for a little bit longer with our legs. And we're going to try some donkey kicks, okay? So I want you to bring your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Now try and find that flat back, okay? So I don't want you to drop and I don't want you to be arched up. We're just looking for a nice neutral spine. As I say, we want to imagine like our back is a table and we can put something on it and we don't want that something to fall. So let's take some deep breaths here. Well done. I want you to tuck your toes under now, okay? We're going to be going into a bear hold. And for the starter, we're going to go up and down, okay? So we're going to take an inhale to prepare. Relax that tummy. Exhale, scoop that tummy in. And then lift your knees just a couple of inches off the floor. We're going to hold here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower those knees down. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop that tummy in. Lift. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower back down. Well done. And again, let's try 3 more times. Big inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop that tummy in. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower back down. We've got 2 more to go. Keep it going. And if you want to challenge yourself, keep the hold up. Otherwise, you join me for the 5-second hold. 3, 2, and lower. And then we've got one last one here. Lift and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and wonderful. Good job. So we're just going to lean back into that seat for a second. We're going to come back and we're going straight into donkey kicks, okay? So come back to that lovely flat back. Remember, this lower back does not get involved here, okay? We're going to be kicking that heel towards the ceiling, keeping that 90-degree bend in your leg. and then bring it back in. Now the two places that I want you to hopefully feel this is your bottom and your hamstring, maybe even the lower part of your tummy. So we exhale as we raise, scooping that tummy in to give you stability. Keep pushing this hip down. I'm working on my right leg here, so I want you to try and keep your right hip down, or whichever leg you're working on, okay? Good job. Wonderful. So just making sure your lower back is not moving anywhere. If you want to put your hand on your lower back as you do this, try that. It will give you a little bit of extra challenge, but also it will show you if you are moving through your back, your lower back, which we don't want. Okay, we want your lower back to stay super still. We've got just 2 more here. Good job, staying on that same leg. So I'm on my right leg. I'm going to extend my leg to the edge of my mat, and we're going to go with nice big rainbows. Okay, so from here, I'm going to lift a straight leg from one edge of the mat to the other edge of the mat, drawing a nice big rainbow. Okay, wonderful. You've got this, guys. All right, keep this going. So we're working through mobility here. Okay, so you're trying to lift and round. You're working through your hip joint. Keep the leg long. Wonderful. All right, I'm going to make that our last one. Bringing that leg back in, moving over to the left leg to donkey kicks, okay? So just adjust yourself, and then we go again. Kick up. You've got this. All right, this is the hottest day of the year, and I am trying to do this. All right, so I am dripping already. I doubt you will, hopefully, but I want you to lengthen out that opposite, that leg straight out, and we go with our rainbows. Oh, good. All right, you've got this, guys. Well done. So you should have built up a fair amount of heat through your body as well at this point, okay? So keep trying for me. Remember, when we're working through alignment and mobility, we're actually trying to keep everything else as still as we can and just move through the bit and the joint that we're working on. So right now, I want your hip joint to work. Lift and round. So lift a little higher through the center and then lowering back down. Imagine that semicircle, that rainbow shape that we're trying to create behind us. Just got a couple more here. And beautiful. Well done. Bring yourself back into center here. And we're going to be coming into a little bit of opposite arm and opposite leg extensions. Okay, so staying in that nice neutral pelvis, neutral back, we're going to be extending our right leg, right arm forward and left leg back for me. Okay, so we take an inhale as we reach, keeping this hip, left hip down for me. Under you, I want you to tap your hand towards your knee. We stay on the same side. Reach on an inhale. Exhale as you drive your hand towards your knee under you. Trying your best, like we were with those rainbows, to keep everything else still. Staying here just for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and switching sides when you're ready. So reach your left arm long, right leg back. Keep your right hip down. Exhale and drive your hand to tap your knee under you. Inhale to reach. Exhale to tap under you. Scooping that tummy in when you do that exhale breath. You've got this, guys. Keep it going. Nearly there. Reach, reach long. Tap under you. And we've got a tiny bit left. 2. And last one. Everyone take a nice big child's pose. So dropping your hips on towards your feet and then dropping your chest towards the floor as you reach long with those arms. Lovely. Now let's just take both of those hands towards your right hand side, staying into that nice child's pose. We're just going to get a really lovely side body stretch here. Nice big inhales to encourage that stretch to get deeper. Taking both hands to the right hand side, just off your mat, and then again sitting into it for that nice long stretch. Good work, well done. All right, so from here, we're going to come onto our back, and I want you to lie on your back with your knees bent when you're ready. And we're going to shift over onto our front. Wonderful. So from here, I want you to bring your feet under your knees, hands by your side, head resting on the floor. We're just going to go with our pelvic tilts, okay? So I want you to tuck your pelvis backwards. I'm pushing my lower back into the floor, and then I'm going to tilt my pelvis forward. So you should be able to see this big gap between my back and the floor. And then I tuck backwards and then tuck forward. So at no point am I lifting my tailbone off the floor. I'm moving it through the pelvis by a little rotation, going forward and backwards, not up. Well done. This should feel nice, okay? This should feel like you've got a little bit of movement through that lower back. We inhale as we reach, we exhale as we come back. Wonderful. All right, so we're just going to extend this now, where once we push our lower back into the floor, so pelvic tilt backwards, I want you to start pushing through the heels of your feet and lifting your hips up. And then inhale to lower those hips down, exhale to lift, okay? So for this first one, I want you to pay attention to the breath work. I want you to put some focus through your pelvic floor, okay? Pelvic floor and core. So inhale, relax pelvic floor, relax tummy. Exhale, scoop pelvic floor in, scoop tummy in by the time you've got to the top. Inhale and lower. Exhale and scoop everything nice and tight. So your bottom should be tight, your pelvic floor should be tight, your tummy should be tight. And then let's keep going here. So we're using this one to put more emphasis through that core breath and that pelvic floor. Your glutes should hopefully start working, but nothing too intense at this point, okay? Focus more on the form and how to match the breath to the movement. Well done. You're here for just a couple more. Pushing through your heels. Good job. Well done. Now from here, I want you to put more emphasis through your glutes. This is the glute bridge, and so I want you to start focusing through that, but taking the breath work with you. Maybe taking a little bit of emphasis off that pelvic floor if you need to. Otherwise, you keep trying to take that with you too. We're going to go up. We're going to stay up. We're going to come down halfway and then back up. Halfway down, back up. So at no point am I touching the floor with my hips. Keep this going. We're keeping the tension through those glutes. Match the breath to the movement as we were earlier. You've got this. Keep it going. So keep squeezing that bottom. Well done. We're here for a little while now. So keep pulsing essentially halfway down and then all the way up. Squeeze those glutes. Feel that bottom working now. You've got this. Keep it going. Try and make sure you're lifting your hips up as high as you can, such that there is a straight line between your knees, your hips, and your shoulders. And keep thinking about that pelvic tilt that we started with, okay? So we're not hyperextending and ribs flaring and going super high. We're actually rolling that pelvis, keeping those ribs nice and close to those hips, and then halfway rolling down and up, down and up. We're here for just 5, 4, 3, 2, and well done. Lowering all the way back down. We're going to go with single leg now, okay? So you may want to just adjust your feet so that they're back under your knees. We're going to try and take one leg up towards the ceiling as tall as you can. Okay, so point your toes towards the ceiling, and then we're going to go up and down. The aim here is to really try your best to keep these hips level, and that is only going to happen if we keep that core coming with you, okay? So pushing through the left heel, up and down. Keep this leg nice and long. It's like you're trying to poke a hole in your ceiling. And down. So all of your weight is now through this one glute. Keep it going. Again, keep that slight pelvic tilt. We're not looking for a hyperextension here. I actually want a slight pelvic tilt such that the glute is working nice and hard. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and out. You should have felt that. Switching legs, leg nice and long. So lengthen that leg first. See if you can kind of feel that hamstring stretch. If it is a bit tight, just lengthen it off. Find the right place. If you've got a soft bend, please don't stress. Try your best to straighten it out. Hands by your side. We go with the right leg instead. You've got this, okay? Keep this going up and down, up and down. Remember, you're trying to point this toe, trying to create a hole in the ceiling. Well done working through this right glute now. We are nearly there. Keep this going. 2 and 1. Well done. Let's give our knees a nice little cuddle, nice little stretch, rocking gently side to side to give that lower back a little stretch. Well done. All right, so from here, let's draw some circles with those knees. Again, working through that mobility of those hips. It is a ball and socket joint in that hip. So really trying your best to draw those circles, opening out those hips. Well done. We're going to stick with our glute bridges just a little longer. So I want your heels together and your knees are going to go wide. Okay, so just wider than your hips. Hands stay by your side. If you fancy challenging yourself, take your hands towards the ceiling, and that's just going to give you a little bit more instability here, okay? Keeping our knees wide, we're going to inhale to prepare. We're going to exhale and lift those hips up. Inhale and lower. Just tap your tailbone down and exhale to lift again. Okay, so we're not actually going to be putting the whole spine down. You're just tapping and then raising. Think about your inner thighs working. Keep those arms long if you have them in the air. If you don't, please don't stress. Take them to the side and use them for a little bit of extra support. Pushing through your palms and your triceps to help you. The breath is still the same. It's exhale up, inhale down. You've got this. Keep it going. We're nearly there, guys. Keep this going. Well done. And last one, lowering your back down onto the spine, onto the back. Well done. All right, so from here, we're going to switch over to a little bit of core while we're still on our back, okay? Okay, so we're reaching for our knees. We're lifting through the upper back, head and shoulders coming up. Wonderful. So we're using those knees as a nice target. I want you to roll, lengthen your neck backwards and then up, reaching for your knees on an exhale breath. Inhale and lower back down. Wonderful. So we're just priming up the upper core here. So try and focus through those ribs as much as you can. Try and get those ribs closer to those hips, holding at the top for just a second before you lower yourself back down. You've got this, okay? So this last bit is all going to be core now. We're going to generally stay lying on our back. So we're going to blitz that core. Go for one more here. Wonderful. Good job. So now from here, we're going to take our arms and lengthen them behind you. Now I want you to make sure when you take your arms backwards, you only go as far as you can, keeping those ribs down and lower back attached to the floor. So I don't want you to arch. I don't want you to see this big gap under your spine. If you do find that you're here, I want you to lift your arms a little bit longer, a bit higher, sorry. Push your ribs down. Tilt your pelvis so that your ribs and your hips are coming closer together and your core is switched on. From here, we're going to extend this movement with the long arms. It's going to make it feel a little bit harder. Reach for the outside of your knees instead on an exhale. Inhale and lower. Okay, now you're going to hopefully feel this a little bit longer because the arms are now adding that little bit of work. If you have a band or you have some dumbbells, this is a good point to take them into your hands. They will just create a little bit of extra tension for you to help you work a little bit harder. But if you don't, please don't stress. Focus on that breath. Focus on actually putting the intention through your core here. Remember, it's exhale up, scoop that belly button in towards your spine, inhale and then lower back down. You've got this, keep this going. Exhale up, inhale down. We're here for a little longer. You're going to get sick of my breath noises soon, but remember, you need to be doing the same thing. When you take your breath with you, that is when you will really be able to scoop that tummy in and work through that deep core and those obliques and those six-pack muscles, okay? So make it count. We're gonna extend this further now. I'm gonna drive one knee in towards your chest as you keep going up and down. So reach for your toe instead, or your ankle. Put that foot down, and then other side. Good, keep this going. Now you're gonna feel this a little bit more, so keep trying. You should be able to feel this in your lower tummy as well now as you drive that knee in towards your chest. Imagine like something stopping your knee coming towards you. You're creating your own little bit of resistance here. We're still exhaling up, inhaling down, keeping your ribs down and your lower back on the floor. We're not arching away from the mat as we extend our arms behind us. Keep this going, guys. So marching those knees. Well done. We're here just for a couple more. Keep this going. Beautiful. Well done. So from here, we are going to go into a single leg stretch. So bring one of your legs towards you, holding onto your shin, and then we're going to extend the opposite leg. Now, if your neck is bothering you, you're welcome to leave it on the floor. Otherwise, you're going to lift your head and your shoulders, and from this extended position, you're just going to switch your legs over. It's a single leg stretch for me. We exhale on the switch here. We pull the opposite knee in towards our shoulder, and we keep going. Now, you should be feeling this in your core, okay? Keep it going for me. We keep pulling the top leg towards our chest, bottom leg extends in front of us. If you're finding this challenging, just keep the leg a little higher. So reduce the range of motion, okay? You can still do this. If you're wanting to challenge yourself, then you take your leg as low as you can while still maintaining a neutral pelvis. Good. And even here, if you need to lower your neck down, please don't stress. Just put it down on the floor and then keep going. All I ask is that you, again, keep that nice neutral pelvis and you keep your back on the floor, okay? Keep this coming for me. Really try and exhale on the switch. Keep that tummy scooped in for me, especially if you have your head down. We're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and well done. Now bring both of those knees in towards your chest, holding on to both of your shins. We're gonna go double leg stretch next. Again, if you've got your head up, imagine like you're nice and tight in a ball. We're gonna extend both of our legs forward as we extend our arms behind us. We're gonna draw a nice big circle with those arms. Bring those knees back in. Extend out, round we go with those arms, and then bring them back in. We inhale out. We exhale as we bring it in. So you get that tiny little breather as you bring these knees in. Obviously, it's quite challenging to extend out into that double leg stretch. So options is to keep your legs really high. So maybe reaching for the corner of your room between your ceiling and your wall. If you've got this and you want to challenge yourself, that's when you do take your legs lower. Just be mindful of making sure that your lower back is staying grounded, or there's just a small gap between your back and the mat, not a big one, okay? We inhale out, we exhale round to bring it all back in. You've got this, guys. We're here for a little bit longer. Keep the movement coming. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and beautiful, guys. Well done. We're here for just a little longer, so persevere with me. Lengthen your top leg, grabbing either your calf, the back of your knee, or your hamstring, whichever you can go for. Other leg lengthens, we're going scissors and switch. So scissor those legs, okay? This one, you probably do need to keep your head up if you can, and we're allowed to move a little bit faster here, all through that lower tummy now, okay? Use the top leg to almost help you keep your chest up. Again, we're exhaling on the switch. Keep it going, guys. We're here just for another 10 seconds. It should be burning, hopefully. 8, 7, 6. Lengthen those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and beautiful. Just lowering down. We do have 2 more to go, and we're going to go with flutters, okay? So this time, put your hands by your side. Let's lengthen those legs long again. Now, if you have a soft bend in your knees, please do not stress, that is fine. But as we flutter our legs, I want to make sure the movement is coming from our hips, okay? So we're going to flutter literally just down to 45 degrees, flutter back up so that our legs are nice and vertical. Let's go. Flutter, 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 back up. Crossing over those knees and those ankles. Keep it going. You might need to take some longer breaths here to keep that tummy scooped in. If you've got this and you want to challenge yourself, either lift your head up and then lower your legs down further and then all the way back up. So you choose how low you're going to go. If you've got your head down, you probably won't be able to go too low. That is okay, but you choose where you are today, okay? If your head is up, then you can take your legs lower. If your head is down, choose not to go too low and compromise your back. We're here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and well done. Good job. Just take a little glute bridge if you like to release that off. We've got last one here. So take a big deep breath. You've got this. Okay, we go crisscross. Very similar move, but this time round, our legs are going to be crossing over side to side laterally rather than forward and backwards. So let's take those legs and let's get them to roughly about 45 degrees. So point them to the corner of your room, okay? Between the ceiling and the wall, we cross over. Again, remember, we're crossing over those knees. So even if you have bent knees and you're here, no worries. Just making sure the movement is coming from your hips, not just your ankles here, okay? Make the movement so that your thighs are crossing over. If you can straighten off those legs, wonderful. Think nice long legs, point those toes. Use small breaths to match the movement. It will help you. Good, good. Come on, you've got this. I can feel this too. We are here just for another 5, 4, 3. Lengthen those legs for the last 2. And well done, lower back down. Amazing, amazing work. All right, so loads of work through that core done. Now rolling over, we're going to come onto our front, okay? So I want you to first come onto your front and I want your hands by your side. When you are ready, we're going to be raising up into an arrow, okay? So you're lowering down, keep your gaze down for me now. So listen versus look. Going to take inhale, we're going to exhale, lift our arms up, lift your legs up, lift your chest up, and then lower back down. So we lift and lower. Reach your fingertips long to the back wall and long. Good. So we're coming into an arrow shape. We're reaching those arms long, head long, and we're trying to lift that chest off the floor. Good. And lower those feet down each time. Lift chest and feet. Good. We've got just 2 more. And wonderful. Lengthen those arms in front of you instead. Okay, so from here, I want you to keep your arms long, like in a Y shape. Hips have most of your weight here, okay? You've probably lifted longer than where you were before, and we're just going to lift one arm up, and we're going to twist. I'm leaning into one elbow, and I'm lifting one arm up. Put the hand down, and then other side. So I'm not lifting my legs. I'm not lifting my chest any further. I'm twisting and lifting my arm up. You're going to feel this in your QL, which is a muscle that holds your hips and your ribs together. Good job. Keep this going. Keep your gaze at the top of your mat for me. Legs long behind you. Think about creating like a little twist in your spine essentially. And you're kind of like crunching through your back, if you want to think about it like that. Lovely. And last one. Wonderful. Good job. We're going to come into a nice Sphinx pose. Bring your elbows right under your shoulders. And then looking up, allowing your hips to be super heavy in the mat. Wonderful. So if you want to just rock your hips gently side to side to create a bit more movement through those hips, it can feel quite nice. But at this point, you should feel kind of work in your lower back and your tummy stretching. Wonderful. Good job. So from here, we've just got a last tiny little bit of work. Okay, we are going to go into a little bit of side lying plank work. So coming onto your side, onto your elbow for me. So you've got some options with our side planks here. You can either do this kneeling, so knees together, feet in line with your bottom, hips stacked, one on top of each other, and you can hold here. So half a side plank, okay? So, second option is to lengthen that top leg, keeping the bottom leg exactly where it is. Final option is to lengthen the bottom leg as well, and we're just holding. So you take whichever option feels right for you. We're going to be holding here for a little while, so you can actually help yourself by maybe putting your hand in front of you if that's what you want. If you want to challenge yourself, you can take the other arm long and reach it towards the ceiling. We're holding here, okay? We're holding for another 10 seconds. Keep it going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and beautiful. So depending on where you were, you stay there, and then we're going to go with some hip dips. Reach that arm long. I want everyone to reach that arm long, and then we're going to pick this hip up. We're going to drive it up and down, up and down. So if you're in half plank, that is the same movement. We're just going up and down with those hips. Keep this arm long, facing towards the ceiling. So you're almost using it as a way of getting higher. Good, you've got this, okay? Well done. So if you had your top leg long, keep that leg out there, and you keep going with your dips. We're just here for a little longer. You should feel this through the underside of your body, through a little bit of your shoulder, and well done. All right, so I want everyone to come and balance on their bottom knee, so bend both knees. You're going to lengthen that top leg. You're going to extend your arm to the back wall instead of the ceiling. From here, stay strong in that shoulder. Don't slouch into it. So readjust yourself so that you've got a really strong shoulder. We're going to pull that knee towards our elbow, elbow towards that knee. Inhale out, exhale in. Let's go. We're crunching through that oblique here. We are nearly there, guys, okay? We don't have long left, just 2 more moves, and then we get to stretch. Lovely. So really keeping strong in the underside of your body and crunching through that top oblique. You've got the weight of your own leg. To keep that leg just hovering at hip height. Don't let it go too low. Don't open it up too high. Okay, nice height of the hip. Keep it nice and consistent. 3, 2, and beautiful. All right, rolling over to the other side. Last 2 moves, guys, and we're going to be holding that plank. So you go straight back to whichever option you had, okay? So we're going to lift our arm up, we're going to lift that hip up, we're going to stay strong, and we're just holding, guys. Hold for me. You've got this. Reaching that arm long towards the ceiling. Hold. Nice and strong through that shoulder, through the underside of that body. Breathe through it. And as I said, you've got one extra option of putting your hand in front of you to help you if you need that there, okay? And if you started strong and you're struggling, maybe just drop that bottom knee to give you a tiny little bit of extra help. We've got another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower back down. We go with those hip raises. So from wherever you are, join me when you're ready. Take a big inhale to prepare. Exhale, drive that hip up to the ceiling and drop up and down. Stay strong in this shoulder. This actually does work your shoulder quite hard here. Keep it going. You can do this from half kneeling as well, or with the top leg long. Good option available always for you. Doesn't mean you can't do the movement, just take an option. You keep going. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, and well done. Last move for me here, guys. Reach that arm long to the back wall, reach that long leg long to the front wall, and drive that knee towards that elbow. Stay strong in your shoulder, stay nice and stacked with your hips. Think about crunching through those obliques. We've got this. We are nearly there. Long, long, long. So reach, reach, reach. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Reach, reach, reach. You've got this. Wonderful. Stay strong in this shoulder. It will be kicking in. We go for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and beautiful work. Well done. And good job. Thank you for persevering. We're going to take a nice stretch. Now listen, if you've got your ring, or even a band actually, we can do some of these stretches with the band, or we can do it without, okay? So if you do happen to have a ring, I want you to grab that ring. You're going to put the ring on the base of your right leg. You're going to take your left leg, you're going to bend it in so the sole of your foot touches the inner thigh, and you're going to use this to pull yourself forward, okay? If you don't have the ring, please don't stress. Reach for your ankle, reach for your toes, wherever you can get to. We're here for a hamstring stretch, okay? Puff that chest forward for me rather than just folding into it. Wonderful. Now, like we do in class, either you can take this leg out to the side and then continue that same stretch. If you don't have the ring, please don't stress. Again, just take that leg out to the side, and then I want you to fold forward into it, and you should feel your inner thigh stretch a little bit more, okay, as you fold forward. So don't just hunch into it. I want you to keep your chest nice and proud and then hinge into it as much as you can, okay? So maybe even try and take your fingertips as far forward as you can to take that stretch. Beautiful. Good job. So I've got my right leg out. If you're on your right leg, I just want you to bring your left leg a little bit closer, and then we're going to take our right leg, put it onto the outside edge of that thigh, and taking my right hand behind me, left hand behind my knee, I'm twisting to look behind me. Okay, you're getting that similar glute stretch and IT band stretch that we get with the ring. If you have the ring at home and you want to do it how we normally do it in class, please feel free to do that. If you don't, then this is a wonderful way of doing it without any equipment. Good. Holding here. And then we're just going to slowly switch sides, okay? So now we're going to lengthen out our left leg, bending through that right leg. Either reach for your toe or use your ring to keep your chest a bit prouder, and then hinge into it. So you're almost like pulling yourself forward, okay? Good, and we're just holding. Well done, guys. Thank you for trying my class. And as always, any feedback I would love, because I haven't actually done this since COVID. So it's been a while since I've videoed anything considerable. So if there is anything that I could change, I am looking to do a couple of more classes in the next few weeks so that you have a few more things that you can do. So open out and stretch that inner thigh. And I'm gonna hopefully be doing a few more with some equipment. So if you do have some light dumbbells, a band, or a Pilates ring, we're gonna try and utilize a few of those bits of equipment. And switching over, so you're taking your left foot around your right thigh, hand behind you, and twist. Good. Feeling that glute stretch here. Sitting nice and tall as we twist. Wonderful. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Finishing off this last little bit of stretching. And well done. So we're just going to finish off our stretching with our upper body. So come to cross-legged. We're going to interlace our fingers in front of us. We're going to tuck our chin towards our chest, and we're going to arch. Think cat-cow. Tuck your tailbone under. Tuck your chin towards your chest. Push your upper back towards the back wall, and lengthen these hands forward. Good job. Now let's finish off with our chest. Interlace your fingers behind you instead, and puff that chest out, looking forward, nice and proud. Big inhales to open up those ribs. Well done. So again, thank you so much if you have got to this point in the video. Thank you for trying my class, and I hope it was what you wanted today. Thank you.